Netflix's decision to vertically integrate into original content was a market-changing decision and a long-term strategy for growth. It was also a strategy needed to deal with new risks such as losing or failing to attract and retain subscribers due to other competitors' content base, inability to compete effectively with well-established entertainment companies such as HBO, Disney, changes in content acquisition with competitors entering bidding wars to procure new entertainment content, change in consumer business habits. Netflix has to maintain and innovate their customer experiences to keep up with changes, inability to acquire select licensed content. Certain studios and other content holders may not provide agreeable terms for licensing due to internal talks with competitors or exclusivity deals. The competitive advantage gained from this decision was focused investment and growth into digital streaming innovation. It capitalizes on Netflix's brand recognition, subscriber base, and customer loyalty, and reduces the dependency in licensed content. It utilizes the innovative multi-million-dollar recommendation system and the tech-heavy data analytics for producing high-quality shows and movies able to cater to everyone's preferences.
This new value curve shows how Netflix broke away from a traditional video rental model. By eliminating physical inventory and reducing the dependence on licensed content, Netflix cut the costs that defined the old market. These new value propositions didn't just improve existing demand, it created a blue ocean, opening up new demand for Netflix to set the foundation for its dominance in streaming.
Netflix has built a core capability to effectively implement the vertical integration. Netflix content production capability is fueled by long-term debt, which fueled a massive spending rise from $1.75 billion in 2012 to over $14.6 billion by 2019. As the chart shows, this money was spent to outbid competitors by offering a significant premium for exclusive content to build its content library. This raised concerns about Netflix's liquidity. To manage investor expectation, Netflix lists long-term debt as contractual obligation and spread it out over years. And while the debt financing model increases short-term risk, its success is clear. Netflix's ability to handle debt improved fivefold in a decade, and proven by the dramatic rise in its interest coverage ratio. Netflix also built a critical capability in content delivery. They invest over $1 billion to launch their own global network, OpenConnect. This new infrastructure enabled Netflix to ensure network stability and improve more than double data efficiency in just 5 years. It also helped Netflix save costs on international backhaul by passing the traffic directly to the internet service provider. Netflix also implement critical organizational change to complement their new capabilities. They expand their workforce by recruiting top-quality talent like Cohen and Murphy to lead content production. And the senior management team was also reshaped when Cindy Holland, who was instrumental in securing the original House of Cards deal, have left, and her responsibility was transferred to Bajaria. As the new vice president of Global Television, Bajaria immediately closed the youth and family division and shifted the reporting structure from a series based to a regional model.
Netflix built a diverse library of originals that serves different audience preferences and targets global regions with shows like Sacred Games in India and documentaries like Making a Murder. By 2018, they had planned to produce at least 17 shows in 7 languages other than English. And because they heavily rely on data analysis, Netflix was able to bring niche originals from the long tail under the spotlights through personalized recommendations for users most likely to love them. In fact, less than a year after the release of House of Cards, Netflix shocked the industry by winning 3 Emmys, demonstrating how streaming can compete with conventional entertainment. Soon after, they were nominated for their first Oscar with The Square in 2014, and by 2019, they had secured their first Oscar for Best Director for Roma's Alfonso Cuarón, exemplifying the standard and caliber Netflix has set. These milestones show how Netflix gaining control over both production and distribution has enabled them to redefine success in the entertainment business.
Their unique and attractive library of content also translated into financial growth. In the first 5 years from their initial investment into original content, Netflix nearly tripled their streaming subscriber base, adding 60.5 million new customers. In recent years, as the US market has become highly saturated, most of their growth is coming from abroad, where their diverse content offering captures a significant market share, leaving them with 302 million total subscribers in 2024. Netflix also introduced new tiers of subscriptions, which has increased the average revenue per subscriber, resulting in streaming revenue more than tripling in the last 5 years, now sitting at $38.9 billion. Net income shows the bigger picture, as Netflix had to take on large amounts of debt to finance this integration. Their profits have fluctuated largely as a result. Now that their content production is more established, their debt has decreased in the last year, representing financial stability, with net income now at $6.9 billion. Moving on to the macro evaluation, I'll walk you through some global events that have shaped Netflix's journey. First, interest rate fluctuation played a very big role. In the early days, low interest rates allowed Netflix to borrow cheaply, but as rates rose, so did the cost of debt. Secondly, the rise of competition forced Netflix to adapt. Rival platforms competed for licensing rights, pushing Netflix to expand internationally and invest heavily in original content. Third, COVID-19 created both opportunities and challenges. On one hand, demand for streaming skyrocketed, but on the other, content production came to a stop. Finally, password sharing became a key issue. In 2023, Netflix's crackdown on sharing contributed to a significant increase in subscribers. Looking back, Netflix could have taken a few different approaches, such as negotiating longer licensing deals to reduce churn, relying on debt to minimize costs, and experimenting earlier with price models to reach a broader audience. These factors highlight how global events both helped and hindered Netflix, and how strategic choices could have smoothed the path forward.